Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 297 of the Red Force podcast. My name is Talano. Joining me today, Christian Talano.
Yeah, Eric
Christian,
got
what
sick
a shit
again.
show it's been this week.
Oh, but you're telling
But
me.
we're here. We said
You're
we're
telling
recording
me.
this a week, Christian. It is Wednesday. I
That is
would argue
true.
the threshold for missing a week is a Wednesday. What do you think about the Thursday?
Yeah, probably.
Thursday, I think Thursday kind of starts slipping into.
Well, wait, what another break week? So, does it really count? Like, there's no chapter
This is the
coming.
cost of the live action.
The Eric, we can't. Eric, I don't want to hear about taking breaks because of the live action.
He apologized. He goes, "I know this is
All right.
bullshit." Do you think Oda's mad that he thought? Did he think this would be a lesser commitment than what he's had to do?
Eric, he's had to step in so many times. Apparently, it's eating up his time. How many times has this man had to step in to fix his live action?
It better be worth it.
Alright? And now it's affecting
Us.
the content. It's affecting the
We just want
content.
to see Luffy versus Kizaru.
We're not that far away from it.
We're close.
We're not that far away. But we keep on getting breaks.
At this point, we'll never get to Albath.
Eric, also, we have to address we're not doing an official chapter this week.
Right.
And does Eric want to explain that for the people?
Listen, we usually do official chapters. Back in the day, we didn't.
We have done, back in the day, we
only do
didn't.
this for very specific, annoying circumstances where
We're getting cooked.
we don't have much
We're
of a
getting
choice,
cooked.
alright? Christian's on trips. I end up sick on today. There's issues going on.
TCB drops today.
We got enough content to do the JoJo show next week. Is that what you're telling me?
Alright, so JoJo's coming out 19th.
Right.
So 19th is indeed a Saturday, so the Monday we should have enough content for a JoJo show. Alright? If, it's a disaster.
What are we going to do the week after? There's another break.
I know! It's another break! So we can't just shoot ourselves in the foot here.
We'll figure something out. At least we don't have a bullshit situation. Anyway. We're here to talk about the GOAT.
Eric, let me just go on a little side rant about the TCB website and how terrible it's so bad. This website is awful. It doesn't work. You can never find what you want. Right. It's terrible. You can't even find it on Google. What is this website? It's terrible. Alright, someone's asking for the whole Cake Island recap. I don't have time.
Right? Busy man.
I don't have time to do your whole Cake Island recap. Right? The Wano recap might never actually happen. Alright? I'm just gonna say it right now. Maybe once One Piece is over and we stop doing weekly shows.
2 Piece is like a couple of months away.
Yeah, we can conjure up the live action recap, Eric. Or not the live action recap, the whole Cake Island recap. Now, Eric, what are our plans to cover the live action? Because we're only a week away from the launch.
Are we doing binge? Do we know if it's binge? It's Netflix.
I don't think it's binge. I think it's episode by episode. Eric, we have technology where we can look stuff up now, alright?
This is my question to you.
So
Why do they do JoJo so dirty, but they're not batch releasing?
They learned their lesson, Eric. They learned their lesson, alright?
Because week to week, I guess we could do whatever episodes are there on the break weeks.
I mean, we want to roast
I'm sure
it.
we'll take pot shots.
Eric, it's uncertain.
Right. No one knows.
They normally do their live actions in batch releases.
Right. Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know. When's it coming out?
It is coming out August 31st, Eric.
Alright, so not too far away. We'll cover it in some.
We're not too far away. Apparently all 8 episodes release all at once.
Okay.
They're an hour each, so we got a lot of content there.
Well, hopefully it's okay. Now.
Alright.
This is my question to you. How you feeling?
We have to.
maybe we'll get into the topic
What?
of the show, but maybe I'm a little bit disappointed by Gear 5 in the anime. I've come to this
What?
realization.
What's going on? Why are you disappointed?
I wanted my Ishitani episode. I didn't get it, and when it looks like we're not.
He was directing
What?
Eric. She was director
No,
of
she was
storyboards.
storyboarding an episode. She wasn't the director, and you could obviously tell
I
where
don't
she
know where.
storyboarded the episode.
I think the episode was perfect. I don't think there's anything
I
wrong with the
need
episode.
consistency, Christian. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Eric, the anime, Eric, that's never gonna
Listen,
happen.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
We got it for.
You're never
Christian,
gonna
we
get.
got a spectacle for the Ishitani episodes. It was all consistent, very
I'm aware.
nice.
I'm aware.
It was an actual piece of coherent media, but we'll get to it.
Eric, I know. I'm aware. I'm aware. Put that. I know it's a big issue with the inconsistent art styles constantly happening. It's I don't know. It seems like it's kind of like a staple of the hype machine
Right,
of the
we'll
show. Maybe we'll get into the talk of the show.
I like
Yeah.
I like
But-
all of them individually. But on
Yeah.
the whole, it's
I think
it's an
I think the
incoherent
episode.
mess.
I think the episodes. I think the episode's 10 out of 10. Fixed all the problems last week. You can actually tell what the actions are. They're clear.
It's a little bit
they're
bit
crisp.
simpler.
They're good. All right. There's some complicated stuff in there, but it's clear. It's storyboarded well, and that's what we need.
Okay. What should we just get into this chapter? What else? Anything else?
We covered all the news, Eric. I guess let's get into the chapter.
Admiral Kizaru, Christian.
Chapter 1090, Admiral Kizaru. We see a rare Kuro appearance.
Yeah, is this because
First time drawn in the post time skip.
because Oda got that had to draw that
Cover page, the color
So he
page.
kind of got reminded Kuro exists. So he's like, yeah, I'll draw him again.
Yeah. Eric, what if Oda somehow brings Bakuro back?
Pass. I'll
Pass?
with that.
Okay. Pass on that? What about the pussyfoot technique, Eric?
We don't need that.
Alright. What if Saji learned the pussyfoot
He
technique?
kind of already has it.
I mean, sort of. He doesn't have. I guess he just moves really fast. There you go. First thing, straight out of the bat, who gave Luffy this Dende Mushi? I don't understand. Somehow Luffy got a phone to Jay
Well,
Gorosei,
he just
alright?
picked up the photo Top had and started
Yeah.
screaming into it.
Luffy's on the phone to Jay. He tells him he will be Pirate King, and that he has an alliance with Vegapunk. He tells them to withdraw their fleet if they want York alive. Morgan's listening in, Eric. He's hyped. The Pirate King making
Right.
moves. It's crazy. Luffy's about to tell them how many hostages they have, but Robin makes him hang up. Robin tells him not to give all the information away.
They need some hand.
Alright.
Christian.
That's right. Don't give him. We need not to
We need
reveal
some
our
kind of
hand here.
leverage.
We need leverage. Although Jay doesn't give a fuck about human
Right.
life, so he's not really working. But you know, he has no concern over human life, Eric. He thinks life as insects. They will just reproduce. They are meaningless. Right?
I felt the vibe.
Doesn't matter
I felt
about
the vibe of the community
casualties.
They expected these guys not to be celestial dragons. Like they expected them to
Hello?
be outside. They expected
Hello?
them to
What?
be like an outside celestial dragon. Like
Why did they expect a world government to be good?
I don't know.
I'm very confused, Eric. I'm very confused by this. Why did they expect the world
they want the
government to be
Gorosei's
good?
powers-
We know they're very
It's
bad.
a weird concept. They want the Gorosei's powers to be like their own and their own through battle and shit. I'm like, these are celestial dragons.
Yeah, they're the worst of the worst. They issued the Great Cleansing like 100 chapters ago. So they're not good guys. Why? I don't understand
Or
this.
honorable or any kind of scruples.
They just want their balance, Eric. That's all they care about. Keeping the status quo. That's all they care. They don't care about human life. They don't care about none. That's all they care about. Alright? And they need their resources. They need York. They need the power plant. And I find it interesting that they need punk records. So it looks like it's not being targeted for destruction. I find it
Knowledge,
interesting.
Christian.
I wonder why they want it. Just to know what Vegapunk knows.
Yeah, details, schematics. Maybe hidden
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah. Okay. So we get some confirmations on a few things. Shaka and Pythagoras are dead. Edison's still alive. Lucci is pissed and he's planning something in the corner.
That's crazy. Rob Lucci isn't a friend of the Straw Hats.
He's not. Who would have thought? Who would have thought he's scheming and beaming around in the background, trying to outplay the Straw Hats? It's almost like he's a secret agent, and he would do that. That's crazy, Eric. That's
He
absolutely
wouldn't just
crazy.
try and backstab
right?
Luffy because that wouldn't get him anywhere.
No, he can't beat him physically, so he's gonna try and beat him tactically. All right,
Which might work.
which won't work because he's got Gear 5. All right, all right. Lucci pissed, Eric. The Seraphim got locked up by this OP bubble tech. Frankie, you better leave the island with this.
Very powerful.
With this impenetrable sea stone barrier, right?
We hope Frankie gets some upgrades.
Frankie, get this bubble tech. It's too
Right.
good, alright? You need the bubble tech, alright? Snake undid her ability because she fell in love with Luffy. Emotions can transfer through the lineage factor, so they must have been cloned after Luffy met Hancock.
Right.
Because those memories transferred over to baby Hancock. Alright? So these Seraphim are aging rapidly.
There could be a specific gene in Boa that only is attracted to Luffy specifically.
No, they said memories. Alright? So the memories of Boa Hancock loving Luffy transferred to the clone, and that's why that happened. So, minimum these things what? They were born yesterday. Maximum, they're like 2 years old. Right?
What do you mean 2 years old?
Because Boa had to fall in love with Luffy before.
Right, they
could have made a snake.
Sure.
Yeah.
Although others could be younger or old or whatever. The DNA sample.
Yeah, I'm just saying. 2 years.
Yeah.
They're maximum 2 years old.
Right.
Yeah. So they're aging rapidly, and by the end of war, they will be adults. All right. So we can bank on that. All right. Nami says she has a log pose that points to 3 islands. But Eric, York has locked down the escape with a password, so we're not going anywhere. Luffy Usopp hype as fuck about Elbaf. What does that mean?
We got Elbaf.
What does that mean? We're going to Elbaf. Eric, we knew it was obvious. We knew we were going to Elbaf next. There were doubters, there were haters. Right?
Yeah,
they doubted us.
We knew.
Eric, I'm just having a look at the stream now. Why does it look like you're in some sort of hostage situation? And why does it look like I'm operating NASA right now? Like, what's going on?
It's just a webcam.
Let's go. The webcam? What kind of a webcam?
The old faithful Christian.
How many years old is it? As old as the show?
Sure.
The first webcam. Right. It's terrible, but it gets the job done. So Luffy, Usopp, hide for Elbaf. We're going. It's happening. All right.
We're taking Vegapunk with
us. We're taking Vegapunk. Elbaf gonna be crazy. All right. Lucci keeps staring at Stussy for some reason, Eric. He's salty. He's mad. All right. Luffy and Vegapunk, Lilith are going after the Sunny, and they're going to use the Vega Force to escape. Frankie will use the Crypto Vent or Crypto Burst to get out of the range of the island. It can burst 1 kilometer. It is shipped by the power of Cola, Eric.
Vegapunk's somewhat impressed. Right? Cola, you say?
How? How is this possible? The other Vegapunks start to hack the password, and this is indeed our time limit, Eric. We have now established the classic Oda time limit.
Now, it's a setup for Luffy and Kizaru to be trapped together.
A fight. Alright?
Will we get a conclusive fight, or will?
Yes!
Well, Kizaru can chase him.
Eric, we get a very interesting line from Kizaru that says he will not run from a fight. Alright? So, Luffy trapped inside the bubble with Kizaru. Kizaru could just enter because he's made of light. Makes sense.
Sure.
Alright? So, we'll get to that. But Eric. Lilith is going to fly the Vega Force. Bonnie is impressed by Sanji's cooking. Everyone's kind of like, why are you so happy all of a sudden, Bonnie? She gave up on killing Vegapunk because of the memory flashbacks from Kuma. What are your thoughts on people saying this is Katarina Devon? What are your
The
thoughts?
Blackbeard Pirates infiltrated, but like
Bet.
when
Negativity,
when
my
was
friend.
the dome locked up?
Before they arrived.
Yeah,
So,
the dome
it's
has
been locked.
so they can't enter.
The dome's been locked. No one can enter, no one can leave. So they're not in the dome.
Right, I don't know. Look,
They could be outside the
might have
dome.
some bullshit, but you know who knows. But
100% they're going to swoop in at the end of the arc and steal York.
yeah, something like that. Or unless
Yeah.
York gave him the password.
York is going to pose as...
Because you assume York changed the password when it went down for that moment when Rob Lucci got in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, Blackbeard Pirates cannot enter this dome yet.
Right.
So no one's a Blackbeard Pirate within this dome. Right? Unless there's some shenanigans going on that Oda didn't tell us about during the night. Alright? Lucci secretly reports in and reports a true situation to Jay. He is upset that they're not taking him seriously, Eric.
Right.
That Straw Hat thinks that he has the upper hand, alright?
Rob Lucci's just salty.
Yeah, Rob Lucci gives him the details, Eric. He gives him the dossier.
Gives him,
I mean, he gets his
somehow
job done.
describes the plans of the whole operation.
He's a smart man, Eric. He scoped the whole situation out, Eric. He had a whole night to do something, right? He did his job, right? Kizaru could get through the dome because he is a light man, not affected by lasers.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Tech
Fair
is
enough.
the most overpowered thing in One Piece.
Yeah, Vegapunk tech,
Crazy.
right? Vegapunk is concerned about Sentomaru being in the way. Jay tells him to simply ignore him. Kizaru says he cannot ignore a man who is determined to fight him. That goes against his code, Eric. We're getting the Kizaru code here. Kizaru,
Wants
surprisingly
their hands.
honorable for some reason, right? No one can really tell what Kizaru's thinking.
Kizaru kind of swatted the allegations and the
Fraud allegations,
that
alright?
he's a man with no spine, that he's a bum. He has some ideals.
Eric, he is determined to fight a man who
I mean,
wants
he
to
always
fight
is
him.
looking for hands.
That's right. He was wanting to go to Wano, but Daddy Alkainu said no for some reason. All right. I mean, Green Bull tried and he got frauded. So, you know. Kizaru is about to go into battle. All right. The battle's about to begin. Everyone's poised, Eric. Everyone's poised. Kizaru laser beams in and goes for Sentomaru. I think this is Kizaru going for Sentomaru directly.
Right.
Sentomaru senses Kizaru and claims that his defense is the best in the world, and he blocks Kizaru's laser
cut.
sword. Yeah, it's his meme. It's his
Right.
bit. He just got done by Rob Lucci. So, you know. Lucci is sweating. Someone very strong is on the island. And that's it in
Light's
the
kind
chapter.
of coming up from the underneath, so that's why his face is heavily shadowed. Because
Yeah.
they say there's like...
The battle has
How
begun.
much of the time is Oda going to waste on this Sentomaru shit?
We're gonna get some character stuff, because this is how we get character stuff
Alright, give me the
from
five
Kizaru. You're gonna get the fight. You're gonna get the fight, Eric. Luffy's gonna get mad that Kizaru
Now, what are the other Straw Hats going
Knocked
to do?
out.
Because, like...
Sentomaru.
Because the dome's up, so no Vice Admiral can get in. What are the Straw Hats going to do? Just wait? It's for Luffy to finish.
Give Luffy that battle.
Okay.
Alright. Eric, did you catch Grimace's long
did.
neck? We
He's got a normal body, a long neck.
our great fears have become true.
He's a long neck.
Grimace is indeed a freak of nature. Alright?
But he will fight Zoro.
You better-
so.
Grimace is a scary figure, alright? Get ready for Grimace. Alright? So that's the end of the
I
chapter.
kinda like how they organize them in like specific divisions and shit. Which is alright, but
Yeah.
Good chapter, Christian. Setup chapter. We're waiting.
Good setup chapter. We got a little Kizaru action. We got a little
I
Kizaru
think
depth
it's
to his little bit of
because
Kizaru.
Jay doesn't get involved.
No.
Why is he there? Just to look after it.
Yeah, it's a very important mission. They must get this mother flame.
But
So
Oda's
yeah,
trying to hype up Kizaru. Very serious matter. Luffy wants that
I
help.
mean Kizaru's the top. Kizaru just make the top 10. Is Kizaru 10 on the top 10?
Yeah, he's around there.
Kizaru, a very powerful character, Eric. No one denies the strength of Kizaru. Now, Eric, I know your statements after the anime
Untouchable.
about
Now,
Gear 5.
people on Twitter claiming Naruto is too fast for Luffy, Christian. That
Eric, that people don't understand how Future Sight works. It's very annoying. It's very.
Naruto's FTL because he's faster than the Raikage.
Eric, this is what I hate about power scalers. They cherry pick
Isn't it like
the one time a character does something that breaks
Is it-
physics and
is
they
it like
use it.
stated that
It's
like
very
you
annoying.
can't go past the speed of light in Naruto when like Minato
No.
does the teleport shit?
He literally teleports. That's Flying Thunder God is literally the fastest technique, and that's teleportation. Because you like summon yourself to the location.
Right.
Yeah.
So Luffy would future sight Naruto. And
Yeah. Future Sight beats faster than light.
If he can touch Kizaru, he can touch Naruto.
Yeah. Observation Haki is seeing the future. Therefore, you can react to light speed attacks because you see them coming, and you can
Naruto
prepare
has no
to
haki,
block
so he's
them.
not doing any physical damage to Luffy.
We don't have to get into this Haki. We don't have to get into this, Eric.
But anyway,
This is
people say
nonsense.
one shot cap.
This is baboonery, and this is why I don't like these like mathematic power scalers, because they always cherry pick the one time a character does something really fucking stupid that doesn't make any sense within the context of the story, and that's what they use.
Right. But anyway,
That's why it's very
good
annoying.
chapter.
Right?
I'd say 8 out of 10 chapter, Christian.
Yeah, it was a
Solid
great
chapter.
chapter. About hype,
Elbaf.
Kizaru getting in the fray, right? And we're setting up for that Luffy versus Kizaru.
We want to see it.
That's
Already
what
give
we
it to
need.
us. Please come back.
Eric, look who did Zoro sense Kizaru? Did Sanji sense Kizaru? No.
It's a Luffy fight.
Monkey Deezes. Alright?
Uh,
Eric, there's an added layer to this. Because of the way Gear 5 works, I'm excited to see the interactions between Kizaru and Gear
Right.
5. Will Luffy grab Light and smack him with
Yes.
it? What other shenanigans and craziness Luffy will pull out with Gear 5? This adds an extra level of anticipation and excitement to every Luffy fight, because it's so unpredictable.
Oda can do anything.
It's Eric, with Gear 4, you knew Luffy gotta do big punch,
Speed,
and he's gonna win.
punch, directions. This could do a lot of things.
Gear 5, he can do fucking anything he wants.
Right.
So we're gonna get crazy moves, crazy techniques. It's gonna be great. Alright? And that's why Gear 5 is a genius level power up. Because it allows Oda to keep every fight fresh with Luffy.
Right. It doesn't have to make up new forms and shit.
No. Because he can do whatever he wants. Alright?
Alright.
So get ready, Eric. Get ready for Luffy to do a light speed attack.
I'm
All right,
ready.
he's gonna do some crazy shit. Put the goggles on, and like turn into a laser and punch Kizaru.
People aren't ready.
All right, people aren't ready for the Gear 5 insanity.
You know what
Right.
people are ready for, but the clash between Luffy and Shanks at Elbaf.
Oh my god. Well, is Shanks gonna turn around and be on that map?
No, but anyway.
Anyway, let's move on.
How strong is Shanks? Christian?
All right, how strong is Shanks?
Will he do it?
It will be insane, Eric. How strong is Shanks? Every week we come to the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are still people out there, Eric. Even after the Gear 5 episodes, that put Kaido at number 1. Alright? The Kaido's durability, very impressive. Right? But how does he feel about getting hit with that divine pistol right in his face? How does he feel about that? Alright?
Busted up.
Alright? He's shocked, he's confused.
Rattled.
He hasn't felt that much pain ever. Right? We'll talk about that at the top of the show, Eric. Alright? There are people out there that think Blackbeard's the strongest. And it's tough for Blackbeard. Because he is a fraud, and that's what his character is, Eric. So he will fraud his way until he runs into Monkey Deezers.
And they get folded.
Alright? Yeah. There are people out there that think Mihawk's the strongest, and they're just a joke at this point.
You
know what I mean?
They're very loud.
They're just a
very
joke.
loud on Twitter.
They're a joke at this point. And worst of them all, the people that think Armor's the strongest. Every week we bring 100% factual information to the table, Eric. This week we have Shanks is so strong that his defenses are stronger than Setamaru's, Eric.
Big feet.
Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the
Look at
God
the
King.
show.
Look at the show, Eric made.
Now, Christian, we all appreciate the Gear 5 episodes. Showing Luffy's peak. Very well animated, all cool attacks. This week's episode is the same. They had a little bit extra sauce. Yeah. I didn't mind it. I don't know about the whole ground. It's a lot of ground manipulation. Where Luffy doesn't necessarily do a lot of that. In the actual,
I think it adds a bit of
a little bit of sauce.
I think it adds a bit of movement, extra movement, a bit of sauce.
It's good.
It's nothing. It's not really breaking the power
very
scale.
Nice,
cool.
All those kind of things. Yeah. But Christian, please, the reason why the Ishitani episodes are so good is because they're consistent. They have a narrative through line. They have a tonal through line. They're not all over the fucking place.
Eric, there was a narrative consistency throughout this entire episode. I don't know what you're talking about with the narrative consistency.
Very on and off.
What do you mean? It's just the Luffy fight and then Law and Kid being like, we gotta win.
Yeah. Whatever.
What do you mean no narrative consistency? I don't understand this. It just
completely throws all the pacing and fucking any weight to any scene. Where we're just shifting styles and pace depending on the artist. It's just completely incoherent. Like, I guess Sheeta works okay because at least Luffy's on model and like Kaido's on model and it's a little bit different.
Eric, this might be the best Sheeta scene I've ever seen. You know why?
Because it works. Because Luffy's...
Because impact. Because there's impact. Sheeta finally worked out how to do impact.
We like to see it.
Alright? So...
I'm just saying...
So this might be the best Sheeta scene.
The internet, Twitter...
All the stars are here, Eric. All the stars are here on Twitter.
Twitter promised me an Ishitani episode. And we're not getting it.
No. They promised you a Ishitani storyboard episode. I don't think the storyboarding was very good. I'm not gonna...
Back in the day, the rumor was she had the Gear 5 episode. False.
I mean, rumors, but kind of true, kind of not true.
She was involved. You can obviously see where she was involved because it's her style.
I mean, she storyboarded the episode.
She was one.
How's she not involved?
One person's to storyboard the episode. There's many different artists. She was one of them. And she was obviously...
Check the credits.
I'm aware. I checked them.
You checked them?
One of the directors of the storyboard.
One of the many. Yeah.
Obviously, her scene was when Kaido was like... When Luffy was like, you know, about to get hit by the Bagua, and like, Laura Kid were like under the rooftop, and they were kind of doing like a recap. That's clearly her scene. Which is good, because I would like the whole episode to look like that, but we can't get it. I don't know why we're not getting it. Is she being saved?
Eric, it doesn't have. It's just not what happens in seasonal / weekly anime anymore. You got to get your hype beasts in there to generate. Like people are Eric. At least people are here to see the artists now.
Sure, but we had Christian. We
You know
had
what I mean?
3 episodes.
They're here to see the stars, the art, the superstar animators do their thing, and it's good. I think it's good. I think sure, maybe the consistency suffers, but you get the rise of these superstar animators that
Sure
actually get some clout and get some power in the industry to do what the fuck they want. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Well, yeah, I guess it's specifically fine for each individual, but I would like my coherent piece of one fucking episode.
Eric, it reminds me of actors, right? Because actors can bring something that's not in the script to the role, right? And you could say these star animators bring something to the script that's not in the script. They add their own flair. They add their own source to it. Yeah, it's inconsistent.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yes, sometimes it goes over too much.
Each individual piece is excellent. I mean, there's no denying that. But I don't think the sum of the parts is greater when they're all individually separated. Because that rooftop episode is extraordinarily well animated. And consistent. So it's not like the animation suffers when it's consistent.
But Eric, they have to put out like 4 absolute peak episodes in a row, right? So we're spread thin a little here.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. I just Christian. I just wanted one. Maybe the final episode, the Bajra gun. Maybe she will return, or maybe a simple episode should return. Maybe Shanks, Christian. But please return. Give me peak. Give me cinema.
Will you follow Ishitani's directions if you get this Shanks episode?
Yes.
Even if she makes Kid look good. We can't be doing that.
Wow.
You're gonna have to go rogue.
Well, we're gonna have to see what it is. Shout out to all. By the way, on that topic, shout out to the Copers out there who think.
No. All right. There's one Copa and his name is Gio.
Well,
all right.
We have a few points.
There's not any Copas but Gio.
Shout out to the Copers who keep saying, "Oh, but Kid was also hit by his own attack."
This is a Gio agenda. All right.
Shout out.
They made this up.
Shout out to Gio specifically for making up that Oda didn't have time to give Kid a fight. Therefore, it was a one shot.
It's just like
Cope.
Eric, I think this animation. This episode better than last week. Storyboarded way better. Great action. Great pacing. Gear 5 looks incredible.
All the Gear 5 haters Christian turn around when they can actually see. Because I have no
Brago.
I have no imagination.
Brago loves Gear 5 now.
Crazy. Anyway,
Eric.
Christian, just give me Ishitani back, please. I want to see peak cinema again. I miss it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alright.
What's going on next week? Are we gonna fuck around next week?
A little bit of fuckery with the Jinbei nonsense. And a little bit of Gear 5 sauce.
With the Gatling.
I think I saw Sheeta again.
Yeah, with the Gatling.
With that Gatling. So Sheeta's getting the work in, Eric. Alright?
Shout out that fucking penetration that Luffy's got with that fist.
Eric.
Crazy.
It's crazy. Alright? The anime showed the power of that attack. Because we were confused when we saw it. We're like, is Kaido actually getting damaged from this? Because he's totally rubber. But Eric, the level of brutality from this attack. I don't want to hear about Ashura, King of Hell. It didn't even move Kaido. I don't want to hear it.
This move.
He's on the ground rattled. But like, what was that?
Power.
I'm confused.
Like, he's always got to feel that
power. Speed. Alright. The divine attacks.
The dawn, they're not divine.
Have the penetration, Eric. The dawn attacks, Eric.
Stupid.
The dawn Gatling, which he did on Kaido. We will see. Probably see next week.
We might
Let's
might
hope.
end on the lightning. Maybe.
Yeah, we might.
But anyway,
Yeah, we might.
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
What do we got?
Speaking of Gear 5, Eric, we have Monkey Daisies versus Kuzan.
Luffy.
Eric, we have a little more information on Kuzan now, Eric.
Look at a little bit.
He has that durability, he has that physical power, Eric. We can't discount that anymore. And he's got the X Factor Ice powers.
More physical power than Kaido.
Ice powers are more physical power than Kaido?
No.
Don't think so. Right? There's nothing to suggest that. Alright? Nothing to suggest that. But Eric, as I've been saying, do I buy that Luffy has the stamina to compete? I want to, Eric, after this Kizaru fight, I will give Luffy the up over every Emerald. Alright?
He's not going to start at Gear 5, or he might.
Because I believe right now I have Luffy under Kizaru by one place. You've got Luffy Kizaru. Yeah, because I'm not willing to just put him over the Admirals. If he 1v1 solos Kizaru, we'll give Luffy W and we'll put him above the Admirals. Alright? But right now, it's very conflicting. Because does he have the stamina? He's looking at Eric in the Thunderdome. There are no meat breaks. There are no Yamatos to come in and help you. All right, there are no anything else.
Kuzan half cock.
Inconclusive. I'll say inconclusive. All right. Does he have good haki? Yes. Does he have ice powers that do penetration damage and are very deadly, Eric? The ice powers are not as equally as dangerous as the magma, but very dangerous abilities, Eric. You don't buy the ice abilities.
I don't buy it at all.
Eric, we can't forget that he one-shot the entire Blackbeard crew. We can't discount Kuzan. 10-day battle without Kainu, Eric. He's got the stamina. Does Luffy have the stamina? That's my question.
Kuzan hasn't felt this kind of damage before, though. And he ain't Kaido. He ain't Kaido with that durability. He's Logia Christian. We all know what goes up with Logias. Luffy's raw power is too much. This fight isn't going to last 10 days.
No. Because of that raw penetration damage.
Stupid damage. He's got the cock, he's got the armor, he's got the fucking rubber devastation.
The Gear 5 baboonery.
He's got the mythical Zoan strength.
You know what, Eric?
He's got the muscle mode, Christian.
The muscle mode, how could you forget? Is that just anime only? Does he even say that in the manga?
In the manga, but he goes in.
I'm pretty sure he says power.
Yeah, but he doesn't say about it. It is in the anime. I mean, it is in the manga when he goes big, but yeah.
Yeah.
Theoretically, infinite strength, by the way.
I mean, he got that muscle by Kaido's jaw. He's very it's a dragon jaw. Well, he got swallowed, Eric, so...
Yeah, but he got swallowed in the back because he wasn't paying attention.
What do you mean? He wasn't paying... In the manga, sure.
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, Gigantic to Luffy, what will that do to Kuzan? Probably nothing. Also,
I mean, we all know when you turn giant, you lose.
Projectiles or abilities that Kuzan's going to throw at him.
He will turn Kizaru's eyes into a snowman.
He will fuck.
That is a possibility. Or a snow cone, which will then
seem to eat.
Christians
have got this massive barrier set up between Luffy and the Admirals.
It's not massive. I just need confirmation, Eric.
You're about to see it.
We can't discount the Admiral.
Kizaru stronger than Kuzan?
No.
Because Kuzan can't look washed up.
Eric Gap, alright, it's his mentor. He literally says, "I'm worried for you." It's an emotional battle.
You're making the Admiral excuses now.
Eric, we can agree that All right, we can
When are you gonna give
agree
Luffy credit?
that
When's it gonna happen?
when he beats Kizaru's
Let me see.
ass,
Did
right?
you see Luffy just throw Kaido around like I
I
mean,
did, right? I did. But also, how much damage was that doing to Kaido? Who the fucking knows? Alright? So,
how many dawn
um,
pistols can or yeah, how many dawn pistols can Kuzan take?
if Rob Gooch, a commander level character, can only take one,
5?
alright? Well, we're gonna say 5 to 10 dawn pistols plus dawn attacks,
That's
right?
not including, the potential dawn bazooka, red dawn, the bunch of bullshit he's gonna get
But
fired.
Eric, we all know Gear 5 has a drawback with Luffy goofing around too much. Alright, so Kizaru, can Kuzan take advantage of that and him with that Ice Age?
Yeah, but that's not gonna work. He's just,
No, Eric, the
yeah,
deep
but he's just
freeze,
gonna
not the
yeah,
bullshit
but he's just
ice
gonna like
ball.
rattle his body with his rubber and like shatter it, or just conquer his haki.
And we're gonna see if Kizaru's lights can do penetration damage. We're gonna see. All right.
You hype it up this Ice Age, it sucks.
Ice Age doesn't suck. Ice Age just one shot everyone it's touched.
I don't buy. I don't
All
buy
right.
it. He's never gonna freeze someone important. It's cap.
Okay. Kizaru's freeze power is cap.
Kuzan.
Yeah. Kuzan's.
Oh, I took off fucking Josu's arm. Yeah, big deal. There you go. Who are you gonna pick?
We picked the Emerald, but next week we might pick the Monkadizers.
Christian is a fraud, but it is what
Eric,
it is. Sad.
when I see the SmackDown, I'll give Luffy the credit.
If
All right,
what if
because
what
I'm
if
still worried about that stuff.
what
The
what if
stamina.
yeah? Who said Luffy's gonna Gear 5 immediately?
Eric, it's it's Luffy. He will go Gear 5
He also kind
immediately.
of has infinite stamina if you think about it.
I mean, yeah,
And the first
maybe.
time he used it, he was on
It's
death's
still
door. So
Eric, it's still very inconclusive how Gear 5 works. All right,
let the record show Christian's a fraud. Doesn't like Gear 5.
I love Gear 5. I want to see Luffy fucking destroy Kizaru. Let's see it. All right,
let's go.
moving on to question.
Put your comments in the comment section about how Christian's wrong and Luffy's goaded. Question corner.
Yeah, people are telling me Luffy's in Asian Zone and stamina isn't a problem. Eric, he ran out Gear 5 in Egghead, and he's like, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I
Yeah,
need
but
a
is
break.
that like turn off switch? I automatically that happens.
Eric, we don't know. That's why I mean the Gear 5 mechanics are not clear. Alright? Because the Gear 4 mechanics were, I lose Haki, I can't use Haki for 10 minutes.
Gear
Right?
5,
but I can still move
Gear 5
around.
kind of just goes back into it, but it has
Yeah, but like, why is he tired? Why is he tired in Egghead? It's very confusing. Alright, we'll see in this Kizaru fight. That's why I'm saying we'll understand the full extent of Gear 5 within this Kizaru fight. Alright.
Questions.
Questions. From Dart. Breaking one of the most important rules about the show by reviewing a chapter while the official isn't out yet. Dart, you can relax. We're not doing OPT scans.
It's also not a rule.
We're doing. We've also done scan sites before in the past. We're just screwed, alright? Oda and Shueisha screwed us. So, it's unfortunate. I didn't want to do it. Eric just said, fuck you, and did it. So, it's kind of not my fault. Right? How am I supposed to believe in the show anymore? It's a book of Shanks full of lies, or even real anymore. See, Eric, now he's taken it a step too far. Alright, he went into a complaint about the show, and he went into straight blasphemy.
He's wavering, Christian.
Eric, how could the faith can never
you
waver.
not believe in us, but how could you not believe in Shanks?
Eric,
Shanks, he delivers. He's the only character that delivers.
Eric, you literally called the Shanks v Kid fight and chapter.
Because it was written, Christian.
Because it was written in the Book of Shanks. How you gonna say it's not real?
Cut. Christian, Shanks never disappoints.
Alright, that's right. From Riker. Strongest defense in the world, Sentomaru. I don't see him taking Big Mom punches like Big Father or being Bartolomeo level strong. It's his bit, it's his meme. He said the same thing in Shibodi and Return to Shibodi. So.
We imagine Kizaru's just doing a little, hey, what's up kick?
Yeah. I think Kizaru ran directly towards him. So. Because he said that line during the chapter.
I imagine he'll dispatch him quickly. Will Christian get the question?
Alright. At the start of chapter 1070, Sentomaru said, I noticed him and blocked it. I thought, there ain't no way he's gonna be able to block Lucci, but then somehow be able to block Kizaru, who's moving even faster and with a powerful attack. Alright, Kizaru went directly. I'm pretty sure it's a hello attack. They're friends. They're sussing it out. I wouldn't put too much stock in this. Alright. From Dan Taru. I've had this question in my head for a while. Why did everyone immediately think that the shadow in the throne room were the Gorosei? Not me, Eric. Not me. I said they're Imus. Right, not me.
We talked about it.
My head immediately went to the God Knights jumping in to protect him. I definitely think that makes just as much sense or more sense. He's got a point. It could be the God Knights. It could be a lot of things.
Yes.
But I think it's Amu's power. Well, Christy, how's the steel ball run read through, Eric? Not happening.
Christy, remind me, DM me every day.
You gotta DM Eric every day to read it. Because he's all over the place.
I don't even think about it. It's not like I go, steel ball run, I can't be bothered. It just doesn't enter my mind, Christian.
Yeah. From J. Lupia. I think Bonnie and Kuma flashback will commence when Jay steps off the boat and confronts her. It seems like a very deliberate setup as an emotional trigger for Bonnie to allow her fluidly to present to the audience. Yeah, we'll get that flashback.
We'll get the flashback. I'm not sure Jay will trigger it. Because it seems like kind of a big Kizaru escape job.
Yeah. From Christy. So Robin was right there in the room, but Oda didn't include her in the big spread last chapter for no reason. As we said last week, or last chapter, this always happens. Right. Robin's never in the panel, and then everyone goes, where's Robin? Next chapter, she's in the room. Right?
Shout out to the Gorosei recognizing her voice.
Derek, Robin is ranked 6th, but Nami is ranked 3rd. Alright? So, you know how it goes. Alright. From Harvested Berry, he's coming in with the cope. Sentomaru got blitzed with Rob Lucci. How can he react to Kizaru? It makes sense. I already told you, Eric. Kizaru coming in directly towards Sentomaru. He said it earlier in the chapter, my friend's there. I'm gonna have to fight him. I can't just ignore him. He turns up, he does a little hello attack. Sentomaru blocks it. It's very easy, Eric. 2. Why is S-Snake the same size as Luffy now? She always was. Harveston, you're not paying attention. They're all big. You're not paying attention, alright? 3. Everyone on Egghead is brain dead or just letting Lucci walk out. See, now Lucci's too competent, Eric. Now Lucci was the best friend, and now Lucci's too competent. Alright? Why are they putting him in one of those bubbles? Eric, because Lucci is so inconsequential.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Alright? 4. Gorosei guy that humans are just insects that don't matter, but then Kizaru procures him not to act because of casualties. No, that's not what happened. Jay's like, go in there because you can go in there. Not because of casualties. Eric, this man didn't read the chapter. Eric, this man wants to be the villain of the show. And he comes at us with lackluster questions.
Every week, so.
And we follow him every week. Kizaru went in there because Jay said, hey, you're the only one who can go in there with your light abilities. Go in there and sort business out.
And
this meant you can read the chapter.
Fuck about casualties always.
Last chapter, Kizaru said he's going to kill Vegapunk because he's a cog in the machine. But now he's arguing with the Gorosei and disobeying his orders and says that he goes against his ideals. Eric, unclear justice. It's in the title. No one knows what this man's thinking. Why
people are like, he's a
This man is literally always sarcastic.
Kizaru's always sarcastic, and he was talking to Sentomaru.
And he's talking to Sentomaru, being like, "Hey man, I'm just a cog in the machine."
Kizaru only memes when it comes to like feats that are negative.
Yeah, Kizaru's always memeing.
I don't know why people read that as literal when it was all. Like,
he's literally unclear. He's supposed to be so aloof, and no one knows what he's thinking. That's his whole character. He's always being sarcastic. Alright? The Rainbow Aura was peak. Also, why is Eric hyping up AI generated animation? It's not. Eric, it looks AI generated because they kind of went too hard on the shifting.
Well, what actually happened?
Shadows and shit.
Clearly animated the background, but then they just put a fucking texture on the base. So that it just looks like it's all really fucking moving. I don't know who did that.
Yeah.
Fucking get it together.
Also, that guy's style's a little too loose for what he wants to go with. It's very good, but it's a little loose, Eric. It's too loose. He's to tighten it up a little bit.
I think it served its purpose in that specific scene.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, he got frauded on every point.
Next question.
Alright. From Michael J. Why does the community struggle so much with context of the story? Michael J. We just went through it with Hapston Berry. They don't read the chapter, they see the panels on Twitter, and they meme. Alright? From Kaz. Has Katarina Javon only infiltrated the crew? No, the timeline makes it impossible.
Very unlikely.
Unless some bullshit happened during the night that we didn't see, which we can't predict. So there you go. Is Albax the next arc, or was that a tease? It's next. Alba's here.
It's dropped like 9 times.
Yeah, we're going Albath, alright? Relax. From Bushido Brown, also known as Wallace. Do you believe that Kizaru could go through the gauntlet of all Straw Hats to get to Luffy and defeat him? No. No one says this. Who says this?
Luffy and Kizaru's gonna fight.
Yeah, Luffy, it's gonna be a 1v1 Luffy. Luffy already sensed him. No. And the last one, also from Bushido Brown. Is it me, or do fans not notice that the Marine and World Government are the antagonist of the story, and they ask for help from pirates because they're too strong for them to deal with them together? Yes! I see, Eric, he gets it. He understands why the warlords exist. He understands what the World Government do. They make deals. They scheme. All they want is the balance. All they want is the status quo. It doesn't matter that they're pirates, Eric. It matters that we keep the constant churn and conflict going.
So
and we'll get that.
Covers the truth.
That's right. And we'll get that stated by Aimu eventually. Right. That the whole point is to keep the cycle going, to keep the status quo going, so no one has time to discover the truth. Or ask any questions.
Yes.
Alright? And there you go. And that's the episode.
Okay. Another episode in the books. Next week, JoJo, 2 chapters. Hopefully more content in JoJo.
Alright, hopefully there's more. It'll be a fight, but hopefully we end the fight.
Right. We don't.
So at least we'll get the whole thing.
Fighting cats right? For 3 months, Christian. That'd be quite unfortunate.
No. Please, Araki, don't do this to us.
And then you brought the cat back.
Eric, the cats were chasing, alright? Maybe we'll get the guy behind the cats. And that'll be hard.
What's his fucking name? Uzumi fucking...
Yusugi.
Maybe Yusugi comes back and does something crazy.
Maybe he comes back with a car and just runs him over.
Yeah, maybe he comes with a fucking AK-47 and starts spraying.
Which is... Yeah, that'd actually be great.
Good, solid meme if that happens. But anyway, JoJo next week. Shakes is the strongest, Shakes is going to get.
Good night.